Hello, my name is C, and today I have my month in review for you. I am so excited to talk about all the kits that I worked on in November. There was quite a few this month, and I'm very, very happy. So we're going to let me back up a step. In this video, I like to talk about all the things that I worked on, any whips, and anything that I plan to work on next month. I'm just gonna show you what I did, what they look like, all that fun stuff. And we're gonna take a peek at my logbook and take a look at some of my trackers. So anyways, I love watching these videos, and I'm so excited for another round of them. Just with it being the end of November, and there's only one left before year in review, and I'm so excited. So anyways, oh, I'm a step ahead of myself. Here is a look at my kit trackers. So this is just everything I've completed all year. I'm up to 45, which is quite amazing. As to be expected, about half of this is diamondartclub. They're just what I have the most of. And my alphabet challenge, I don't think I've made much progress here. Oh no, I added one. But yeah, I have a feeling some of these letters is just not gonna happen before the end of the year. But anyways, the rules behind this was that it had to be the name of the kit, but it couldn't have the words a and or the in front of it. Those ones don't count towards this. That's the rules. That is very pointed at someone. Anyways, this is November. I started 2 kits. I finished 5, and I have 2 whips, 2 other ones kitted up, but they don't count as whips until there's diamonds on them. So that's kind of where we are right now. I worked on kits from diamondartclub, ArtDot, and jadedgemshop. My quote again, I only read 2 books this month, which isn't a lot, but so I took the quote from My Hero again, and this one is For the Rest of Our Lives. I bought 16. No, that 10 is supposed to be here. Whoops. Anyways, I bought 16, 9 of which were from Black Friday. I did some damage. So my starting stash was 310, and we're up to 337. I don't quite know where my math went wrong, but it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Alright, so here's the first kit that I did this month. This is Midnight Snack. Sorry, that was really wide. This is, can I go wider? Right about there. Midnight Snack by Maddie Ertz. I started it October 25th, finished it November 1st for number 41 of the year, and 193 overall. This one was a round 50.6 by 70.7, 60 colors, 2 ABs, 3 fairy dusts. I adore this piece. It is so stinking cute, and I love this artist. I want so many more of her pieces. But I wrote down that I absolutely adored the render. I love the specials. You have some ABs doing some highlighting in the candle here, along her scarf. There's some more in this candle here. There's a pink one. There is ABs along her hat, some fairy dusts there, some fairy dusts in here. So it was a really fun kit to work on. ABs and fairy dusts in this cup. I really had a lot of fun with the color blocking in this rendering. Not a whole lot of confetti, so I actually put on a book, the Enchanted Greenhouse, and I just worked through this one. It worked up really quickly. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed listening to that book, and I loved working on this kit at the same time. Sorry, I still have a cold. I'm gonna do my best to edit out any coughing. The one thing I wrote down as kind of like a meh, I wish was different, is that I actually switched from using my putty to like the pink heart wax or the clear white wax that comes with diamondartclub kits, because the glue was a little bit weak in some spots. But making that switch, it was totally fine, and nothing has fallen off. Everything's still hanging on good. So that was nice. Well, it's kind of meh, but it still looks really nice. It's holding up well. Yeah, I don't know. I love this kit. It is so cute. I love this little cat here too. He's just adorable, and it's so shiny. Like, you can really see in these darker colors here, just that sparkle from the rounds. Yeah, this one was so much fun to work on, and I adored it. I really don't have all that much to comment on. It's just a nice, fun little kit. Alright, this was the first one of the month. Let me go grab the next one. Which, this was really, really fun. So ArtDot sent this one over to me, and I wanted to kit it up right away because I keep seeing their larger kits and I wanted to work on, like, I wanted to see what the quality was like on those ones. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is Coastal Lighthouse. I did not write down the artist. Oh, here it is. John Sicario. So this is Coastal Lighthouse by John Sicario from ArtDot. I started it October 27th, finished it November 7th for number 42 of the year, 194 overall. It's a square, 67 by 46 centimeters, 46 colors, and 2 ABs. So yes, I have been seeing ArtDot come out with, like, in sets of 4, these, like, larger full canvas pieces, and I've been so curious. And they told me that they tightened up the drill field on this one, and I have no comparison point to their previous ones to tell you if it is or not. But I do really like this piece. I love this whole landscape set that they did. I do have to say I wish the drill field was tighter. As you can see, like, it's easiest to see in some of these darker colors, or like the color blocking, but you can still see that there's some gaps in there. So I do wish that their drill field is a little tighter, and I did let them know. I sent them another email about that. So hopefully they have some more improvements on the horizon. I would love to see it, because I loved working on this one. For a, like, 40 by 60, okay, just under 50 by 70, this turned out amazing for a landscape. Like, it's a small little landscape. Usually they're the massive, and I love this. I love the size for it. The rendering is gorgeous. That AB, you can really see it here, is this orange over here, and then it's actually the white in the water that you see down here and along the lighthouse. I love this render. I love this image. I really want to get the other 3 from this set. Yeah, and, like, the diamonds were nice. I don't remember having a lot of trash. The canvas, the glue, all of that is really solid on this kit. So it's a good little kit. And yeah, my only thing is I wish that the drill field was still just a touch tighter. However, for people that don't like these super tight drill fields, this would probably be actually perfect. It really just boils down to what your personal preferences are. Because I'm not saying, like, it's bad. It's just I personally prefer something a little tighter, but for someone who doesn't, this would be perfect. So yeah, I don't know, I really love this. It's so pretty, and, like, the confetti really wasn't all that bad. Like, sure, there was a lot in the front facing of this house, but even within, like, the bushes and the greenery down here, it was not bad at all. And I love how the sky looks. That's so pretty. And the water. So yeah, no, I had a lot of fun working on this one, and I do plan on picking up the other 3 landscapes from this set at some point. When is just the question. I did a lot of damage on Black Friday. So anyways, this is Coastal Lighthouse. Maybe I can summarize my ramblings to be, it's a solid kit. Personal preference might decide if you get this one or not. So anyways, this is Coastal Lighthouse. Let me grab the next one. Which, let me tell you, this sucker was kind of like a spur-of-the-moment decision to kit up. This is The Apprentice by Kat Fedora from Jaded Gemshop. I started this one November 8th, finished it on the 12th for number 43 of the year, 195 overall. It's around 67.2 by 67.2 centimeters. There's 70 colors, 6 glimmers, and I added a whole whack of stuff. I think a grand total of 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nope, I counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, 13. Because I thought it would be cute to make these, like the string of stars there, crystals. So I changed that to a bright yellow. This entire crystal is crystals. It's even outlined in like a dark blue crystal. This one is all crystals. And this one is all crystals. So I was just having fun with this one and adding a ton of specials. The glimmers that actually came with the kit are like the yellow, the white in here. I believe there was a blue for these stars. The candles. There was a few other places. Oh, the mushrooms were red. What am I missing? There was a purple in here, and no, I got the gray. The gray is the stars, and the blue. So anyways, there was a ton of glimmers in this one, and it was a lot of fun to work on. I did have a ton of fun doing these changes. I didn't go out and buy anything to do this. I just kind of used what I had left over from other kits or whatever I have saved on my cart. So some of these colors are not perfect matches, especially in this crystal. But even down in here, like this is supposed to be more of a turquoise than a blue in some of these colors. But I just went with whatever shades of blue I had that can make a smooth transition. Same thing down here with the greens. One of those is off, but I still think it looks pretty nice. And I outlined, sorry, I just popped one off by accident. And I did use a brown to outline this one instead of blue. And that's just how it was charted. So this is from Jaded Gemshop. This is actually the pixel charted one, so the hand charted version. There's 2 on the website. One is computer with touch-ups, and then the one that is hand done. I adore these pixel charted kits, and I am so happy I got this one as a pixel charted. It made making those changes so much easier because the guide was already there. The rendering, like just the symbols on the canvas, was very clear, and it was so easy to make those changes. And I think it looks really nice too. Like I do like the clean, crisp lines that Jade does. There's a lot more color blocking in this one too, which was really nice and helped it work up a little quicker. It's not a race or anything, but that's just a fact, I guess, for me, was that the hand charted kits always go by just that touch quicker. But it was a lot of fun to work on, and I really enjoyed this kit. I love this sleepy little kitty here. It was so much fun. Quality of the materials, it was all their usual from Jade. Great canvas, great diamonds. What I find is usually a bit more trash, but still plenty of extras that I wasn't at risk of running out of anything, so that was totally fine. But yeah, no, I love this kit so much, and this rendering here, like look at these colors and how they're playing with each other. Like it looks so good, especially the window. Yeah, so pretty. I love this. I really want to get my hands on more cat fedora pieces because this is so cute. Like look at him. Yeah. Anyways, adorable. I love this, and I had so much fun doing these changes. Again, I wasn't planning on it when I was working on this one. I just remembered I had a whole ton of crystals. I'm like, yeah, I want to make this a giant purple crystal, all crystal. I kind of didn't do like the shadow down here, and looking at it now, I probably should have. I'm not going to go back and change it because I don't have these colors. But I think I probably should have done that to make it just like a little bit smoother. I never see a difference in, like, these are Crystal 939 doing the outlining, and I originally had the 310 black outline and I was just going to do the purples, but I didn't realize that it actually makes a difference having a crystal outline instead of that solid black. It's like super subtle, and you have to see it at like the right angle to see the difference between the two. But there definitely is one. So for myself to note, if I'm going to do more crystal changes, is that I should really do any outlining in crystals as well. So yeah, anyways, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. Okay, let me do I have anything else to add? I don't think so. Okay, I'm going to grab the next one, which, okay, this thing is absolutely massive. Let me see if I can zoom out just a touch. There we go. You'll see a little bit of the stand, and I'm sorry for that. But yes, it's done. This is Tennessee River Sunset by Abraham Hunter from diamondartclub. I started this one August 20th, finished it November 16th for number 44 of the year, 196 overall. It's square, 94 by 70, 56 colors with 2 fairy dust and 2 ABs. I also added some specials into this one, and I will get into that in just a second. Oh, something I forgot to add for the Apprentice. I'm just looking over my notes now. That for some reason, that one, like the drill bags, were so dirty that by the end of kitting up, my fingers were black and I was so confused. So I wrote that down. I don't know why I forgot to mention that, but yeah, anyways, for this one, my first note here is just kitting up was a pain. All of the bags were filled with static, and for something this massive, there was like a ton of bags. So at some point, I just gave up on the whole like kitting process and just did the bare minimum because there was so much static. Again, easy fixes, but I just, man, it's annoying. I also wrote down that I absolutely adore the render, but it is insanely confetti heavy. Probably the only place with any sort of color blocking is this center bit right here. Everything else is confetti. And I wrote down that there was pumpkins in here. I completely forgot that there was pumpkins as I was working on this one until I looked back at the original artwork. And I have to say, yeah, they kind of do, looking at it again, they get lost in this rendering a little bit. Now that I know that they're here and I'm pointing out, I could totally see them. But in the moment, yeah, that's just kind of like color blobs. It still looks really good. Like, I do love, where is that? So I can feel a diamond. There we go. So like our little pumpkins here kind of get lost. I don't know. It's still an amazing piece and I absolutely adore this. One other thing with the render that I changed. So in the background here, there was like these little stick trees. And as usual for myself, they were right along here. I took those out. I think having little stick trees there really draws your eyes towards that area, or at least for me. So I just kind of like blended in these colors and got rid of them. And I'm really happy I did that because it makes it look a lot smoother back there. So this is part of my seasons project. I do have a post review up for this one. And it's also one that I picked up some of the enhancements from DPO sparklers. I think the clearest one that you can see right now is this yellow sparkler right through the clouds there. The yellow and the green are actually sprinkled off to the side here. There's a green moss sparkler back here. There is a glitter diamond all throughout the greenery there too. There was a pixie dust and orange sprinkled in there as well. You can see the crystal highlighting in the water here. In the enhancement suggestion, and all down here, it was actually suggested that it goes up in the clouds too. However, I am not totally a fan of crystals in the background. just because it really draws your eye towards it. It plays with like the depth and dimension of things. So I love it in the water, but in the clouds I don't totally enjoy it, which is why I'm not totally a fan of these yellows, but it's done and I'm just gonna leave it. I want to see how, because I will be taking this one to work and I will be putting up, I want to see how those sparklers play with the lights in that hallway. So we'll see how it looks. Or sorry, in the library. So yeah, that is kind of this kit. Again, I'm so happy it's done. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love all the extra specials that were put in here. And the ones that came with it, like the white AB in the clouds, there's just orange AB everywhere. There's like this green fairy dust in here. And I know I'm forgetting something. I think a yellow fairy dust as well. Yes, a yellow fairy dust in the clouds too. So like I really do love all the specials in here. The ones that came with it and the added ones. So I think it's very pretty. I love working on this one. Aside from the static, your classic diamondartclub quality is there. The canvas, the glue, the diamonds. So yeah, I don't know. I really like this one. And I do need to kit up the next seasonal project, which should be winter because it has been snowing. So now there's snow on the ground and it looks like it's going to stick. Which, new record for where I live. Usually there's snow here by now. It's the end of November. And it only started really snowing yesterday. So, anyways, sidetrack there, but I do need to start on the winter canvas, which is... I can't remember what it's called. I have it written down. I'm pretty sure I do. Winter Solace. Winter Solace. Yes, because that's the one I always call Winter Solstice. I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. But anyways, I did really love this one. I would say check out the post review if you want to hear some more in-depth thoughts. Fair warning, I'm very sick in that video. But anyways, yes, Tennessee River Sunset took me like 6 months, but it's done. Yay! So let me grab the next one. Which, let me tell ya, this one was when I was like, yeah, this will work up quickly. I'll have a great time. It'll go super fast because half of this kit is just color blocking in the background. And then I caught something. I don't know what. I still have it. And it knocked me right out for like 4 days. I couldn't do anything, couldn't eat. So half of the time that I was working on this kit, I was actually just slowly withering away. But anyways, I'm being dramatic. I'm being so dramatic. Please understand that. This is Moon and Tide by Bear Brickja. I started it November 16th. Finished on 26 for number 45 for the year. 197 overall. It's around 55.6 by 73.7. It has 69 colors. 1 AB, 6 fairy dust? Oh boy, I don't remember that. Oh yeah. 6 fairy dust and 1 metallic or electro. Pretty much my notes for this one is just me gushing about how much I loved this kit, which is very true. I adored this. All of those specials are found like in her earrings, in the moons around her head there, the gold embellishing in the background there, and all down in here. Her hair at the bottom here is completely white fairy dust. Same thing like underneath her sleeve is that white fairy dust. And I absolutely adore this piece. It is so pretty. I love the colors. I love her hair. Those metallics outlined by like this coppery fairy dust. And then a bright, like 2 other bright yellows. So pretty. I love how that looks. Yeah, I had, when I could, I had a ton of fun working on this kit. It is so pretty. I really want to work on more Bear Brickjas right now. I do still have, I believe it's called Beyond the Clouds. in relatively close reach that I could work on. But anyways, yes, this one was a lot of fun. That color blocking in the background did really work up quickly, and then there was a lot more confetti throughout her hair. Oh yeah, there's this bright blue fairy dust. This one here, I love this color. It was so pretty. But yeah, no, I really, really loved working on this one. It's just, it's gorgeous. There's the full thing sideways. But I'll keep it on an angle so we have a better look at it. But yeah, no, this was so much fun, and I really, really love it. And this rendering is just top notch. Obviously, this is from diamondartclub. All your regular things, canvas, glue, drills, diamonds, it's all there. I could use putty with this one. It's not like that first one that I worked on. So the glue was totally fine throughout this one. But yeah, sorry I've been talking for a bit. I really don't have much to say here. This was so much fun to work on. Okay, that is all the kits I completed this month. I know it looks like a lot, but the River Sunset was already like just over halfway done, so I just had to finish that one up. The very first one, why am I blanking on the name of it? Midnight Snack was already pretty much done. I just did the last section. So yeah, that's all the ones that I completed. Let me grab you my whips so we can talk about that. I have 2 of them. Do we remember this beast? This is Morning in a Pine Forest. I started this one back in June for Katie's Summer with a Masters, and I got just over halfway. You can kind of see where my row is here. I'm not totally done. So this is all the progress. This whole row is what I've done in the last couple days. So my goal is to completely finish up this kit in December, which really shouldn't take all that much longer. I have 2 rows left here. So I totally think I could do it. It's really not all that much left of it. But yeah, that's one of my whips, is Morning in a Pine Forest. I really want to finish this one up. I've been saying this a lot, but I don't like carrying kits from one year to the next. So this one needs to be done in December before we hit the new year. So hopefully when I come back with my December month in review, this sucker is done. Because I'm getting to the bottom of this row, like down here. And I very much want to switch to anything else. But I think I'm just going to stick with it, finish it up, and then I can start on a new fun project. So that is one of my whips. I'm going to set this one aside and just grab the next one really quickly. Which I forgot I was actually... It's technically a whip until I start doing these monthly reviews. This is... There we go. A Flower Meadow Dragon cross stitch. So every month Flossy Fox releases a new section. This was month 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, December will be right in here, and then this one will be January. So I will have 1 whip going into the new year. And it's a cross stitch, so a monthly cross stitch project. Jaded Gemshop worked with Flossy to do it as a diamond painting for some people. I picked up the diamond painting, and I am having so much fun doing with this. I adore cross stitch conversions. I really want to start another one in the new year. We'll see how that goes. I have 2 that I could work on. But in the meantime, this is scratching that itch, and I'm so happy to be working on it. I cannot wait to see what the December one looks like. I'm so excited. Yeah, this is just like a fun little project to have off to the side, and it's dragons. So those are my 2 whips that are kitted up. Let me grab you the next 2 that I have kitted up, but I haven't started. I love this project. I don't have much to say about it other than it's adorable. It's so much fun to work on, and it's amazing. Okay, let me grab those other 2. So I love this cat so much. This is Naughty Space Void by Yumi Art from Diamond Art Club. Me and Elissa are both working on this one together. She is completely blinging this sucker out. I am just highlighting our cat, the fish, and our cat Shadow here and some of the window. But I know she's doing a whole lot more. We're actually doing a kind of like buddy diamond paint along. We're gonna do progress check-ins, all that fun stuff. I don't know if I could start this yet. But I do very, very much want to get started. I think I'm breaking this up into like rows of 13-ish. We'll see where that leads me. But I will, shortly after this one goes up, have a video talking about those enhancements and seeing where they go on this canvas. So I think that's going up right the next video after the month in review. We'll see. I might mess around with orders. Who knows? But this is one that I am very, very excited to get up. Which leads me into, if I get everything done, well, we'll see what I get done. But this is number 200 for me. That has been the goal all along, was to get this kit in this moment by Yumi Art to be finished number 200. And I'm so, so excited for this one. I am also blinging it out. Elissa, like the very kind person that she is, sent over a list of suggested enhancements and I picked those up. So I will also have a video talk about where those ones go and my plan for this kit. But I'm so, so excited to start this one. I love it so much. So those are kind of like two whips that I have coming up. I say depending on order because I'm finishing Morning Pine Forest. I am determined that one's going to be 198. Depending how me and Elissa do this Void Kitty, he might be 191, which would make this one 200. Or I might kit something else up and work on this one at the same time, but still make this one a goal to be 200. It's going to be a lot of like playing around with whips, which is fine. I don't really care. But I very much want to work on this one. And Cocoa Comforts. I let myself do like one Christmas kit. I might do more, but I'm not a very Christmassy person. Don't worry, I celebrate it. I still get to family and all that, but it's not like the holiday for me. So this is going to be my Christmas kit this year, and it is so cute. It's another Maddie Arts, and I can't wait to work on it. So anyways, that's kind of like my long-winded way of saying I have these 3 kits that I want to tackle in December, but we'll see where I actually get to. Who knows? Sometimes I do this and I'm like, I'm going to work on this kit and this kit and this kit, and then I do absolutely none of them. I am horrible at following a plan. But anyways, okay. I think that is all that I have to share with you guys today. So if you made it to the end, why don't we go with a snowflake or something wintry in the comments? I am always so, so curious to see who makes it to the end of my rambling. And while you're leaving that little snowflake, let me know what you worked on this month. I love to hear it. And did you love working on it, or did you wish something was a little different? Tell me everything. I love hearing what people work on, or what you're planning to work on next month for December. Do you have any fun holiday kits planned? Let me know all the things. Alright, I'm gonna leave this one here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.